Hey y'all, first thing I'm going to apologize for my voice. It's coming and going. As my cough is getting better, my voice is kind of being wonky. But tonight I'm making you two things. I'm making you some boiled peanuts and some vegetable soup, and both of them's going to be in the Instant Pot. Now, I've only ever made the boiled peanuts on the stove, and they take dang near all day. So I thought, well, surely they would go in the Instant Pot, and they do, because I've done made one batch, and we dang near eat the whole thing. I took my son up his. I made a little peanut run. Me and David, we sit over and eat ours. And so I got some left in there for Holly and her boyfriend. And the soup's coming up because I ate 15 points worth of boiled peanuts. And so I got to kind of watch it for my supper. Well, I was going to eat out. That was my plan for tonight. But the peanuts changed it. Because you know what? I have a hard time denying my roots. That's probably the biggest trouble. Well, I mean, I like to eat. Obviously, that's a big trouble. But I like to eat my roots. I like to eat the food I grew up on. And it's hard to turn my back on it. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I don't know if any of y'all can relate to that or not. Let me know if you do, if you even understand that. But these are raw, dried. These are not green. They're not roasted. They're not salted. They're just dried. But they're not hard and crunchy. They're kind of, can you see? Just plain old raw. I'm gonna put this over here because I don't want to boil them like that. So it's about 2 pounds I got here. The first thing we want to do, we want to wash them because they're going to have some dirt and dust on them. Now, we can't get by with not having any in the pot because it will settle to the bottom. I mean, that's just a given, but we can get off, a good bit of it. And y'all in my kitchen, y'all see my dishes over here I wash. Y'all just see my stuff. Listen, y'all know me by now. I'm not worried about such things. Okay. That's heavy. If you can, try not to, you can't hear my peanuts. Try not to completely dump it because whatever dirt's in the bottom, we'll try to leave as much of that down there as we can. So just kind of rake them out. Let's see how dirty the water got. That's just a little bit that we don't need in the. Grab up your ones that tried to escape. You don't want no escapees. Now carefully put these back in here. By the way, this is my 6-quart pot with approximately 2 pounds of peanuts. So you want to put enough water in to cover the peanuts. Now they're going to float. I'm going to show you what we're going to do about that. Okay. That's enough. That's about up to the line that it wants you to be at anyway. Okay, hang on. I forgot my salt. This is just kosher salt. A half a cup for these. Now that sounds ridiculous, but trust me, it is not. It is necessary. I'm just going to use my hands. It's kind of like when you think you have enough salt in there, you put some more because you'd be surprised how much salt these things will soak up. Now, to keep these down in the water, we're going to do this. Get the trivet that came with your pot. Now, there's going to be some that are going to float around the outside. You can't do anything about that, but we're going to do the best we can. To weigh that down, get an oven-proof bowl, dish, whatever you have, that will actually fit and the lid go on it. And I'm hoping, because I have a little bit more peanuts in here this time than I did a while ago, So I'm hoping the lid's gonna go on. If it don't, then we're gonna back up and punt. Okay, just push it down in there. See, there's some, I don't know if you can see from there, some that are floating, but almost all of them. I started to say it wasn't going to go, but it did. Okay, make sure your thing is done. Now, the green ones I did for like an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. And they were on the verge of being too soft, but they were just kind of borderline. But these being dry, they're going to take longer, so I'm going to start them with 2 hours, and then I'm going to check them. So that's why we're starting this, and we're just going to leave it alone. Okay, 2 hours from now, we'll come back and see what we got going. Now I'm going to head you over to the other side of the kitchen, and we're going to start working on that soup. All right, now we're going to make some, I'm calling farmer's market vegetable soup. Because when I went to get my peanuts, I'm like, well, I'm going to make my soup too. Because I got to get by with some low points. And there's not going to be enough potato in this. I don't think it's going to even matter to count a point. The first thing I'm going to do is they had these big old tomatoes in the markdown. And I figured they was real good and ripe. They'd have a good flavor. So the first thing, now me and Mama, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm at a different angle. Just kind of put a little crisscross. I really need a bigger pot for these big old tomatoes, but it'll work. When me and Mama canned our tomatoes, we went to pick them because there's a tomato farm. That's going to be too much. There's a tomato farm up the road, and they do tomatoes and they do strawberries. That's their main business. They do some other stuff too, but their main money is fields and fields of tomatoes and then fields and fields of strawberries. And of course we would do both. But when you can tomatoes, if you don't get you a big pot of boiling water and peel them like this, you will be peeling for days and you'll lose so much of your tomato. Okay, now you see, when it starts to peel up like that, dump it in your cold water. Let me go ahead and put these in there. And those are some big tomatoes, ain't they? Now, I've already washed up all my produce. I just went around, just picked up one of everything. And I am hoping and praying it all fits in my pot over here. Because I got a lot of stuff to put in there. I might have to back off some of it. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll start at least with the tomatoes because we got to have tomatoes in our soup. Okay, that one's already starting to split. See, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. Ice bath them. First of all, stop them from cooking and getting mushy on you, and where you can handle them. I can't put that right there. Let me pull this over here a minute. So let's get, can y'all see me? Hold on. There, that's a little bit better. Now, I'm gonna hold it over my garbage bowl. Do you see how that skin peels off? I'll cut that out in a minute. Let's go ahead and just skin them all first. Okay, now I got them all skinned. This little one right here had a little hard spot on it. It was not trying to cooperate with me. Take out all your cores. It's got a little bit of black in it because, like I said, these were on the markdown. And they were cheaper, plus they were a lot more ripe and juicy, which is really the best thing for your soup. So, Yeah, this one's a little bit firmer than the other ones. Okay, I got them all. If you can see, I got them all peeled and the cores cut out, and I kind of rough chopped them. Now just get in here with your hands and just squish the tar out of them. Now, we got our tomatoes all smushed up. My burner here is still hot, so I'm just going to stick it right back there. I'm going to put in a carton of beef broth. And I'm not going to put it in last. I'm going to put it in first because I want to make sure I have room for it. I don't want to fill it full of vegetables, and then when I put my broth in there, there's not enough room for anything else. So, I've got all my vegetables over here. I don't know if you can see them. Let me look. Y'all can't see. All my vegetables washed up in here. And I can tell you right now, all this ain't going in there. So, we're just going to do the best we can. Now, I got some fresh green beans. These are not the kind that you have to string. They have these kinds nowadays. You just what they call tip and tail. So the easiest thing is to sit there going one by one by one. Just line them up. You can get your little rhythm going. You don't have to be all precise about it. And then just throw them in there. It's faster than snapping one by one by one. So let me finish up on these. Now I had this okra for okra patties this week. But like I said in my grocery haul, this is about enough for a patty for me and a patty for David. So soup ain't soup without okra in it. It ain't to me. Okay, I'm wiping the okra slime off because if you eat okra, you know it's got slime. I happen to like it. I like stewed okra too. A lot of people don't. I was raised on stewed okra. Stewed okra and tomatoes. Sometimes throw some corn in there, some lima beans. I like it just plain. You don't have to have no tomatoes or nothing else in it. Now let's see, what is our next important ingredient? See, I'm getting almost halfway there. We do need some cabbage. I'm not going to do the whole head. There. I'll just save this and stew it later. That'll be good. As long as I can get a little bit of everything in there, I'm going to be happy. Oh, I almost forgot the secret weapon. Y'all, I stood there looking at it and completely forgot. Now, this is what my mama told me. She called it leftover soup. Any little, and I have not opened this. I do not know what's in it. I just mark it soup veggies. Any little dibs and dabs that she would have left, she would put in a bowl. When the bowl got full, she made soup. A different soup every single time. But it was her leftover soup, and that way she did not waste anything. And it was kind of like a free meal. You know, add some tomatoes or whatever to it. So I don't know what's in here, but you can add leftover stewed beef or roast, rice. I don't really like beans except for lima beans. Mostly because in soup. Corn, green beans, sugar peas if you want, but David don't eat them, so I don't make them. Carrots, stuff like that. No broccoli or cauliflower or nothing, because, you know, it's too strong. But we're going to add, okay, on the very top. So we're going to have a little bit of meat in our soup tonight. I got a little bit of, okay, can you see? We have got roast with some carrots and some corn and some green beans. So we're just going to shove that right down in there. So that's what Mama taught me. So that's what I keep in my freezer, is a bowl for my leftovers. Now, let's add some corn. I don't have, I have, I'm fixing to make a mess, y'all. I'm going to have to get a bowl. I have a bundt pan, you know, like you can set it up on a bundt pan. I don't feel like it's in the back on the bottom, and I just don't feel like getting down there and digging it out. So hold on, I'm going to find something to put this in. Here, I got this over there draining. It'll work. Okay, we got our corn done. Oh, we're getting close, y'all. We're getting close. I think I might leave out my tater over here. A spoon. I got a tater and some squash and some carrots. Let's add a carrot or two. I got two squash. I think I'm going to add them. I have another carrot over there, but I think I want to add some squash. Okay, I do have room for my potato, so I like a potato up in the vegetable soup. Okay, now we got this big old pot of vegetables, and you don't have to worry about these being all covered, because you know they're gonna put off juice on their own, and we got that whole thing of beef broth in there. Now, my one Momo that I did all my canning and whatnot with, she's the one taught me about the leftover soup. My other Momo, this is what she put in her vegetable soup, and it was always good, so that's what I do too. Now, she also put fresh herbs out of her garden. She would put dill and basil and maybe oregano, chives on it. She grew all kind of stuff right out in her backyard. So she'd go out there and she'd get that, and that's what she'd throw in her soup. And instead of tomatoes, she would use tomato soup. And I'm going to tell you what, that was some good soup. But she uses dried garlic, will be liberal. Oh, I wish I could smell that. That smells wonderful. And then my big old substituted jar of, oh my goodness. Y'all. What are these? Onions. Uh-oh. Y'all ever lose your train of thought? Or your grasp of words? I'm not going to put any salt on it. I'll just we'll salt it at the table, because I don't really know how salty that beef broth is. Normally I buy it low salt or no salt. And I think maybe this time I got it because they didn't have it at the time on the Walmart pickup. So hold on, we're going to drop this in the pressure cooker. Okay, so I got my Big Daddy out. This is my 8-quart. This is my Sheldon. That's my pot. I love him. We're going to drop in this. Oh my gosh. We're going to have soup for the week. I wish I could smell that garlic in there. Oh, it smells so good. Now, these are all vegetables. Hold on. I struggle with that every time. Now, these are all vegetables. So, it's not going to take that long. So, I think I'm going to... No, we don't want that. 35 minutes. I was thinking I want to try 25 minutes. Because I don't want everything mushy, but I want it cooked. And there is a lot in there to deal with. So, we're going to try 25 minutes. All right. We'll be back when everything's done. Okay, so my soup is ready. I released the pressure. I put the towel on it to keep the steam off my cabinets. I don't know that they like you to do that, but I've done it even with ones on my stovetop. So, whatever. We're seeing this at the same time. Ooh, that looks delicious. Let's see if I got the angle. Pull y'all up. Now let me test. Test will be that potato right there. Oh, can you see? That tater is done. Let me test that green bean. See, some of them tomatoes I didn't get squished up completely, but look, you can see a little bit of that meat going through there. So get this all stirred up. Now, you taste it for seasoning, because if you've seen me cook, you know that we eat plain. David likes plain food. He always has. So a lot of what I cook is just plain. So you can add anything you want to it. Of course, I'm going to add salt to mine. I'm going to tell you right now, he won't add a lick of salt to this. It don't matter what it tastes like. He won't add a lick of salt to it. He'll put salt on watermelon, but he won't put it on a pot of soup. Go figure. Here, I was going to taste this green bean. Oh, that's good. A little bit of salt and we're good to go. Look at that. Does that look good? It is 9 o'clock. I still got a half hour on my peanuts. So I'll probably eat this, go over and sit down, take a little nap, because I had one while the soup was cooking. Get me another nap, and then I'll get up and check on them peanuts. So we'll see you then. All right, it's been 2 hours, and the peanuts is done. I did the same thing. Put the towel on it to soak up the steam. I'm unveiling this at the same time. We're going to see if 2 hours was enough. I'm hoping it wasn't too much. I'm thinking there's no way it could be with them being dry, but we're going to unveil this together. Plus, I don't ever want to give you a recipe and just boiled up without knowing exactly, how much it's supposed to cook or nothing. I really and truly hope they are done. Because frankly, I'm too tired to wait on them any longer tonight. There we go. Okay. Okay, I've been letting it cool. I don't know if I let it cool enough or not. Now, you ain't going to watch me bite it and suck the juice out on camera. Okay. Normally, you just suck the peanut right out of the shell. I want to show you how they look. Now, I'm going to taste them and see. Okay, they're perfectly salted. Perfect amount of salt. They do need to go. If that was that crunchy after 2 hours, I'm gonna give them 1 more hour. I think I need some more water. I got hot water, just enough to recover the peanuts where some of that had cooked out. Put some hot water. You don't have to boil it. I didn't boil it in that kettle. I just got it hot out of the sink. So we're going to cancel this. Put it back on 1 hour. I know if you did this on the stove, it probably takes 6 to 8 hours, and that's no exaggeration. So I'm not really sure how 6 to 8 hours on the stove translate to the Instant Pot. So far we know 2 hours is not enough. So 3 hours, that would make it roughly half the time. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. 3 hours is the sweet spot. Time to check the peanuts again. Okay, that water is brown. So I'm thinking, oh, they're just a boiling. I have to be careful because the last 2 times when I dump this and I dump it down in there, it bubbles up. You know how when you microwave water or something, sometimes when you jostle the cup or whatever you got in, it'll explode over. I've had that happen before, so I am very careful when I microwave something. But that's what this did earlier, and I don't really want to do it again. Okay, I think we're out of the water. Now before I even take that out, well, let me get one from down in there. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool a second. Okay, I think that's cool enough to try. Well, the shell's already biting better. See, the shell kind of fell apart, so that's a good sign. Oh, y'all. That is a perfect boiled peanut. I don't know if you can see how it's slippery on my hand, but if you can see how the texture inside is, that is a perfect boiled peanut. Now you want to take these out. Obviously let them cool before you put them in the fridge, but strip off some of the cooking water to cover them. Don't put them in there dry. Don't get down the bottom where you get the little residue of the dirt and stuff, grit and whatnot. So just scoop it off the top, cover it when it cools off, pop it in the fridge, and I don't know. I really don't know how long they're supposed to last because they won't last. So I can't tell you about that. I guess it's just, you'll know if they're not good. So, all right, well, that does it for me.